Hello everyone, I record this video to show you how to implement nested line items features in Typeflow. So, nested line items features are really interesting when you need to implement a table that will adjust in size based on the number of line items, but you also need for each line items to return subcategories among the primary line items. So, how does it work? It's really simple. So if you use this configuration, you will return only the main line items from your table. But if you want to get access to data from the subcategories, so nested line items, then you need to use this specific command, nested _0. Then below you are going to create a new row, and this variable will say to Typeflow that you need to access to nested line items. Nested items 0, and then you can create classic variable. Now you implemented your nested line item inside your Google Doc templates. Now it's time to go to the Typeflow URL configuration to make sure that you map the data correctly. So we are here. Now we are going to refresh the data. As you can see, now we have this new part in the Typeflow URL configuration. You can click here and you are going to choose a linked record. So if we go to Airtable, as you can see, we have our table users and we have some linked record here. So product choose is a linked record, for example. So we can have access to it here. And now you can map the data. So I can map the data with all the fields from the product choose table. So let's do it. Now I can choose a nested link. So what does it mean? It means that now that I have access to all the fields from the product choose in the product table, it means that from there I can access to all the fields from this table, but also all the linked records. So I have access to the table users, but I also have access to the table company. So what I can do here is to select the company table, and now I can map all the fields from the company table. And that's it. I just configured the nested line items feature. Now let's generate a PDF. So I'm going to select a record and select this record. Before generating the PDF, what I'm going to do is to make sure that we can differentiate the first line items and the nested line items. So here I'm going to put the text in italic, and here I'm going to put the text in bold, so we can differentiate what is a line items and what is a nested line items. So now we can generate the PDF. As you can see, the PDF has been generated. And in italic, you can see the data coming from the product table. So that's it. As you can see, it's not so complex to implement, and you can do it by yourself. So if you need help, of course, feel free to reach out to me.